Good morning, children. How are you all? Keeping fine? Studying? Yeah. Have you read your lesson that we had already classes on a short summer diary, monsoon diary? Okay, if you have read, you will be able to give answer to this working with the test. I hope. Okay, let's see. Now, look carefully at the diary entries for June 24th to 25th, August 2nd to March, and 23rd, March 23rd. Okay, you must see the connection. I told you the different season when the rainy season is already there. Okay, now write down the changes that happens as the rain progress from June to March. That is your homework. Okay, second one is, why did the grandmother ask the children not to kill chunchu, that is chunchuntar, that is the small rats, no? Mother told what? Tell me. Yeah, the good fortune will come. It's not very good. Okay. Now, what sign do we find in the nature when shown that monsoons are about to end? What are the signs that you find? The last lessons you will see when the monsoon is trying to end. What are the rainbow is there? All those things. Okay, you read. Read. I'm not going to give you the answers. You must tell. Okay. Coming to the next one is there. Complete the following sentence. It's very directly taken from the textbook. If you have read, you will be able to do that. The first one is complete the following sentences. Okay. Biju is not seen, but his voice is heard because. The very first page. Biju is not seen because you can hear his voice. What is the why? Can anybody tell? If you read the lesson, you will be able to tell. Then the dense mist covers and hides the hills, because the density of the mist, it is like a smoky covering, and because of that only sound is heard but the person is not seen. The answer is dense mist covers and hides the hills. Got it? Listen and write down. Second one is, the writer describes the hill station and valley as dash. I said it when they explained the class. Yes, very good. A paradise that might have been. A paradise that might have been. Next one. The leopard was successful in dash but had to flee when dash. Can you tell me? Yeah, the leopard was successful in killing the dog. Yes or no? Yes. Then, but had to flee when Biju's mother arrived crying with curse. So no, mother cursed, crying and cursing. She came. Then he has to flee away without attacking the cows. Is it clear? Next. Fifth one. Fourth one. The minivets are easily noticed. Minivets are like small insect creatures like thing. Minivets are easily noticed because of dash of their bright color, bright yellow color and things like that. Minivets are easily noticed because of their bright color. Copy down afterwards. Okay, next one is fifth one. It looks like a fashion display on the slopes when dash. When they are covered by a variety of flowers. Because the hilly area, varieties of flowers are there, as if it is a fashion show. If you have gone to Lal Bagh where there is a flower show, especially during August, that is August 15th also, there is in January 26th, they have the flower show in Bangalore, Lal Bagh. Beautiful, all varieties of flowers are decorated and seen. So this hill is as if it is decorated, it is a fashion show, because seen so beautifully, varieties of flowers are seen there. That is answer. They are covered by a variety of flowers. Is it clear? Next, during the monsoon season, snakes and rodents are found in the roof and attics because the rodents and snakes are found in the roof because their holes are flooded. Because rainy season, the snakes and other things are the rodents. Rodents means rats and things. Where do they stay? They stay in the holes, is it not? So when the rainy season comes, what happens? They are flooded. So where they go? Because their holes are flooded with water, and these places provide them convenient shelter. So they climb on the roofs somewhere on the place where they can be safe, convenient for them to sit, because the holes are flooded with water. So you have to think and write the answers. Okay. Now there are few questions are there. Okay. Although roofs have given to spring uncomfortable leaks, there is a feeling of being unnoticed by and yet in touch with the rain. Now there are 3 sentences, questions which there. Why was writer used the word springing? Springing. What is the meaning of springing? Yeah, water was leaking, is it not? From the tin. Okay. Then how? So how is the writer untouched by the rain? Because it was not affecting. He was just he was not getting wet. It's not. He was not affected by it. He was silent. He was observing on things like that. Okay, you write the answers. How do the writer in touch with the rain in the same time? Water was leaking, the rain was pouring down, beautiful sound, the heavy pouring of the rain, and the tin was making a lot of water noise, and he was simply looking at the rain and watching at the things. So he was not bothered about what is happening in him. So it is a feeling of comfort, and he was busy with the observation, things that is happening around. Okay, I will send the question answers for you. We can go down. So the rest of the things there are some questions which you have to answer. Now coming to the other things, working with the language. Here there are some words that are associated with the monsoon. Monsoon means what? Raining season. And as many words as you can do to this list. There are some words given for you connected with the word monsoon. Can you find words for these in your own language? That is, what is your language? Malayalam. So you find a meaning for these words in your language. For example, downpour. What do you say downpour? Villi mazhakku enna parayane? What do you say that you find out? Okay, floods. You know, mist, cloudy, power cuts, cold, umbrella. So these are the in your own language. Write down. Okay. Now looking at these sentences below. Biju wandered means roaming here and there into the garden in the evening. So the Biju used to go around in the garden. That is what says that. The trees were ringing with bird song. The trees were ringing with bird song. So here Biju was wandering. Wandering means moving around in the garden. What he heard? Trees were ringing with bird song. Ringing with the bird song. So these are the 2 examples. Now look at this sentence. Example is here. Notice the highlights verbs. The verbs are the wandered. Is it not? Another one is ringing. They are the 2 verbs there. What do you find here? The verb wandered tells us what Biju did that evening. That first verb, the wandering means what Biju was doing. It is tells. Is it not? Now. But the verb was ringing tells us what was happening continually at the same time in the past. The birds were chirping in the trees. So some of the examples, that example is given for you. First look at this. Now look at the sentences below. They tell us about something that happened in the past. Examples are given for you. They also tell us about other things that happened continually. Listen carefully, okay? At the same time, in the past. Then something happened, continuously happened, sudden happened, so it is what is happened. The one example is given for you. Put the verb in the brackets. So, put the verbs in the bracket into their proper forms. The first one is done for you. You have to put the verb. Okay, first one is done for you. First one, you just look into the textbook. The page number, my book, it is 119. We get out of school bus. We get out. That is the verb. Of the school bus. That is a sentence. Okay. Then the bell ring. Bell ring in the bracket word. And everyone rush. The verbs are kept in the bracket. Okay. All the bracket words are verb. To class. You understood now? We get out of the school bus. The bell ring and everyone rush to class. Let's say example given. The clear answer is there. We got out of the. So get out become. We got out of the school bus. The bell was ringing and everyone was rushing to the class. You see how the ing form is used. Is it clear for you? Now look carefully at examples and fill in the blanks. There are other 3-4 sentences are given there. Is it clear? I am not going to write it on the board. You listen carefully. You should be able to listen and write down. I will not send this one for you. You must copy down by listening to the class. Okay? The first one is the traffic. Verb is given stop. Some people, verb is sit on the road and they shout slogans. Listen carefully. The traffic stop. Some people sit on the road and they shout slogans. How will you change that sentence like the above sentence? Yes, the traffic stopped, not stop, stopped. Some people were sitting on the road and they were shouting slogans. Shouting slogans. Got it? The traffic stopped. Some people were sitting on the road that they were shouting slogans. Sentences are given there only. You have to change little bit. Is it clear for you? Say the third one is I wear my raincoat. I wear my raincoat. It rains and people get wet. Answer? Got it? I wear my raincoat. Okay. It rains and people get wet. How will you change? I wore. Where become? Wore. I wore my raincoat. Very good. It was raining and people were getting wet. People were getting wet. Got it? I wore my raincoat. It was raining and people were getting wet. Clear? Next one is I see a film. She narrates it to her friends who listen carefully. Look carefully, okay? I see a film. She narrates it to her friends who listen carefully. Come on. She become saw. She saw a film. Very good. And next sentence. She was narrating it to her friends who were listening carefully. Who were listening carefully. Got it? Okay, now the last one, fifth one. We go to the exhibition. We go to the exhibition. Some people buy clothes while others play games. How will you write? We went to the Exhibition. We went. Go become went. The past tense. We went to the exhibition. Some people were buying what? Clothes. While others were playing games. Others were playing games. Auxiliary verb with ing forms. You have learned all these tenses. I have explained you the tense, how they change the ing form. Yes. So, that is the one. Okay, answer is, we went to the exhibition and some people were buying clothes and others were playing games. Got it? Fine. The last sentence, one more is there. The class is quiet. The class is quiet. Some children read books and the rest draw. Class is quiet. Some children read and others draw. What did you, how will you change? The class was quiet. The class was quiet. Some children were reading books and the rest were drawing. The rest were drawing. Whatever they are drawing, we don't know. Okay. Is it clear for you? The class was quiet. The class was quiet. Some children were reading books and others and the rest were drawing. The rest were drawing. I hope you got it. I said it very slowly. Next. Now there is something. Here are some words from the lesson which describes different kinds of sound. It is also all, this is from the textbook. Those who have read the lesson, it's very clear to understand. Thus, there are drum, swish, twinkle, cow, drip. They are the words it is taken from. Okay. Now, what you have to do is match these words with their correct meanings. You have to choose the correct word and fill in that blank. There are 5 sentences given. To fall in a small drop. What do you say? Small drop. Yes, drip. D-R-I-P. Drip. Second one, next one. To make a sound by hitting a surface repeatedly. Yes, drum. The third one is to move quickly through the air, making a soft sound. Swish. S-W-I-S-H. Very good. Next. Harsh sound made by birds. Cow. Crow will make, harsh sound. That is cow. Okay. Next one is, the last one. Ringing sound of a bell or breaking glass, etc. is tingle. T-I-N-K-L-E. Tingle. Okay, that you got it now? Then what you have to do is, now fill in the blanks using the correct form of the words given above. You have to use the correct form of the verb, not the same word. You have to form, that means whether past tense or present tense, that you have to decide according to the sentence. Using the same words that you have written, you have to write the form of verb, which means past tense or present tense or future tense, that you have to decide according to the sentence. Look at the sentence here. Ramesh dashed on his desk in impatience. Ramesh, what word you will take? Drummed. Not a drum, drummed. D-R-U-M-M-E-D. Drummed. Next one is rainwater dashed from the umbrella all over the carpet. Dripped. D-R-I-P-P-E-D. Dripped. Next one is the pony dashed its tail. The pony was swishing. Swishing means just moving like that. Swishing its tail. The pony was swishing its tail. Next one is The dash of breaking glass woke me up. Tingle. The tingle of breaking glass woke me up. That means by hearing the sound he got up. Next. The dash of a raven disturbed the child's sleep. The dash of a raven disturbed the child's sleep. Cow, sound of, sound the cow, birds, rough sounding of the birds, they're called cow. So that by hearing the child got up. Good. The next. Now and sure and enough, I received a check in the mail. He received a check, Why? Because mommy, grandmother told not to kill the small animals. It is a fortune. So he got a check. He says it happened for him. That is what. Okay. Now, complete the sentences below by using appropriate phrase from the ones given below. There are phrases given in red, the pink color there. Okay, in the box there. So you have to choose the correct one and fill in the blanks. There are 9 sentences and there are 9 words, 9 sentences. I am not going to write it on the board. Listen carefully and write. Okay. First one is, I saw a thick black clouds in the sky and dash it soon started raining heavily. And sure enough, sure enough. First one is, sure enough, it soon start raining heavily. Sure enough. Second one is, the blue umbrella was big. The blue umbrella was dash for the brother and sister. I already started say answer. If you are big enough. Big enough. Good. Third one is, the butterflies are dash to get noticed. The butterflies are colorful enough. Colorful enough to get noticed. Okay. Now, the lady was dashed to chase the leopard. Brave enough. Very good. Brave enough. Next one is, the boy was dashed to call out his sister. Anxious enough. The boy was anxious enough to call out his sister. Very good. Then next one, the man was dashed to offer help. Kind enough. Kind enough. The phrases are there. Okay. The next one is, the victim's injury was serious enough for him to get admitted in hospital. The victim's injury was serious enough to him admitted in the hospital. The next one, that person was dashed to repeat the same mistake again. 8th standard children are dash enough to repeat the same mistake. What is it? Foolish enough. Very good. That person was foolish enough to repeat the same mistake. Got it? Next one, the last one. He told me he was sorry and he would compensate for the loss. I said dash. Fair enough. That is the last one. No? Fair enough. Got it now? So all the answers. Please copy down all this in your notebook. Not to simply writing in the textbook and keeping. I will next when you come, I will be checking your notebook. And there is also speaking skills, writing skills are given. That is for you to do it. Okay? What is the speaking? Do you believe the superstitions? Why or why not? So you speak something, write and speak or discuss. This kind of like these questions in your examination directly it comes. I will not give the answers which you will have to reflect and write. Speaking and writing, all that is your exercises which I am not going to give you. You have to break your head. Okay, think, reason out, write. That is all your homework for you. Am I clear to you? So with that, today we completed this lesson. I hope. I will of course send the question answers and comprehensions. The rest of the things I will not send it, which you will have to listen to the class and write down. Is it clear for you, children? Thank you.